Today we'll be talking about the Jones Road Best Eyeshadows. I have all of mine depotted. This was really difficult to do. I don't recommend doing that if you're not a professional. Even if you are a professional, you will probably walk away with some casualties. You can see that I ruined a few of mine, but they still work just fine. We won't pay attention to those because those are Tarte eyeshadows. I have every color in here except for smoky brown. There's no room for smoky brown here. The great thing about the Jones Road eyeshadows is that they are 3 times bigger than a traditional eyeshadow. If you're familiar with MAC, I feel like MAC was the eyeshadow standard for a long time. They are so much smaller little pots than these. Even though these are a pretty penny, they will last you a super long time. Powders don't breed bacteria the way that creams do, so you can hold on to your powders for a super long time. These formulas are also more hydrating because there are natural oils baked into the formula. They won't dry out your eyelids even though they're powders. These are also talc free, which is really important. I think talc is becoming a banned ingredient in the makeup industry here in the US, so you'll be seeing less and less of that. It can be hard to formulate clean powders that are also effective and work beautifully on the eyelids, but Jones Road has done a great job with their formulations. In today's video, we'll be doing this eyeshadow look. If you're interested in learning a little bit more about eyeshadow and playing around with some of the colors you might have at home, then feel free to keep watching and we'll go ahead and get started. I feel weird having a full face of makeup on without my eyeshadow and my full eye look. If you've been following my channel for a while, you know that I absolutely have to have an eye primer when using eyeshadows. I feel like you don't really need a face primer or a lip primer, but eyeshadow is super important to have a primer. You can also use your Jones Road face pencil as a primer if you want, but my personal all-time favorite is the Urban Decay Primer Potion. For the sake of this video, I'll just be using my face pencil. I'm actually using a neutralizer. This is the shade Fair Pink. When prepping your eyes, it's really important to work quickly. That way it doesn't start creasing up. You can draw this directly on your eyelid like so, or if you feel like that feels too harsh, you can always use your finger to warm it up, pat it on that way. If you're in a hurry and you don't feel like doing an entire eyeshadow look, you could also just pop on this face pencil and it evens out and brightens the lid. That's a simple way to elevate your eye look without really doing anything. I also like to work one eye at a time. Because I'm moving quickly, I've got one eye prepped. I'll be using the eye fluffy brush. I have Chic and Cream up here. I think for today I'll use Cream. It's a little less stark than Chic. This is a matte eyeshadow and I'll pack that all over the lid. This will set the face pencil in place. If you don't prep your eyes, you might find that the color looks less vibrant on your eyelid. Eyeshadow might be prone to falling more easily. Prepping your lid to me is a really crucial step when working with eyeshadows. We've got cream on this side, nothing over here. Let's go ahead and even this out. I'll rub Fair Pink on my finger and then tap it. I went with a slightly lighter color than the rest of my face. The nice part about the face pencil is you can clean up your brows too. I also like to use it on the corner of my lips to lift, and you can also take your face pencil right there, pulling it up. That can also create a lifted effect. I don't want that to start creasing. I'll go ahead and set it with my eyeshadow in Cream. My eyes have a natural bluish green tint right there. Cream helps to counteract that dark tint. I'm zooming in so we can get a better look at the eyes. I'll go in with my all-time favorite eyeshadow. This is Rose Gold. It's a perfect neutral. It's not too warm, not too cool. You could use your index finger or middle finger to swipe it on. I'll be using my same fluffy brush, dipping into the eyeshadow. I won't be taking that shimmer all the way up here. That will make the eyeshadow look a little too noticeable and it kind of gives you a dated effect. If you have more mature skin and you're afraid of shimmer, please don't be afraid of this shimmer. It's extremely finely milled, which means it has super small particles that won't settle into your fine lines. Here's one side versus the other. Rose Gold is a beautiful shade if you have blue or green eyes. Honestly, any color, it's gonna be beautiful. You can also be a little bit more sparing with the shimmer. If you want, you can just place the shimmer right on the center of your eyeball. These eyeshadows are actually a little bit more forgiving as far as settling into lines than the Just a Sec eyeshadows. The Just a Sec eyeshadow has a bit more creamy texture to it. It can separate more easily. You could stop here and this would be a beautiful everyday eyeshadow look. Because we're playing around with eyeshadows today, I am gonna darken up this look a little bit more. This is the eye blending brush. I like using a fluffier brush when working with deeper colors. It'd be much harder to blend a deep color with a thinner brush like this because you pack on too much at once. I'm moving on to Ash. This is a bestseller. If you don't have this color and you're into Jones Road, this is a must for you. You can also use this on the brows. It looks great for people with gray hair. It's a great multi-purpose color. I'm not sure if you can see the color on there. I don't pack on a lot, just a little bit. I will focus the color on the outer corner close to the lash line. We'll keep this on the outer third of the eye. I won't take the color all the way in here because that'll create more of a deeper eyeshadow look, and I'm looking for an everyday eyeshadow. I want to keep the shade looking bright and awake. We'll keep Ash on this outer third of the eye. I'm picking up more color rather than packing on so much at once. With the matte colors, that's where you can really play around with the crease. Matte shades look great in this crease area. You can see that it's added really great depth there. We are going in windshield wiper motions, back and forth, stopping about halfway. If you feel like your eyeshadow isn't looking blended out here, you can always go back in with your same fluffy brush and a lighter color like cream, what we used earlier. And you can go right over the harsh edge, back and forth, and that'll diffuse the color. I actually think this is where I'd stop, but if you want to take it up a notch even more, you can go in with a slightly deeper shade. The next shade down would either be smoky brown or smoky gray. We'll take smoky gray right here with the same fluffy brush. We'll go right over top. You could even do this with dark brown if you wanted to really amp it up a bit. I think what I'll do is I'll use the same fluffy brush. I'll ever so lightly go in with dark brown, and I'll keep this just along the lash line. You can see how big of a difference dark brown just made on that side. See how when I applied it, it looks a little patchy? Not a problem. We just take the fluffy brush and we go back and forth. If it's starting to look a little too dark, take your eye fluffy brush, dip it back in with rose gold, and pop it right on the center where it's starting to get a little too dark there. I can go ahead and start working on the lower half of my eyes to bring this eye look together. I don't usually do too much shimmer under here. I like to keep it matte. I'll take Ash, and then this is another great brush to have in your arsenal. This is the eye detail brush. It's kind of an in-between of the eye fluffy brush and the eye blending brush. Here's what that one looks like. Usually I like to take shadows on my lash line rather than a liner. It's a bit more forgiving. It creates definition without looking harsh. I'll take a little bit of dark brown because I want to deepen it up just a hair. That might have been a little too much. I want to blend that out. Take my big fluffy brush and just be looking up. I feel like there's too much going on over here. I'll take the deep color, wipe it off the back of my hand. Then I'll use cream, which is also my eraser. Dip into that brush and then go right over it because I feel like this is a little too dark for me right now. I also like to take a little bit of shimmer into the inner corners of the eyes. It finishes off the eye look. Kind of brings your upper and your lower together. And you can always add or take away whatever you feel like makes the most sense for you in your daily lifestyle. Eyeshadows are really fun and a great way to elevate your makeup looks. To finish off, I'll be taking the Best Pencil in the shade Brown. I like to start right at the halfway point, getting as close as I can to the lash line. My favorite step to make this all worth it in the end is using my mascara. This is a big wand and it has a curve to it, so it hugs your lash line really well. This is also a wet formula. It doesn't transfer or flake, and it gives great volume. Some people complain about this being a little too clumpy, but I personally don't mind the way that that looks. If you're someone who likes more length and separation, I've also been using this Refi mascara, which is a much thinner wand, has a similar curve to it. I find that I have a little harder time taking off the Refi mascara, but they both last really well throughout the day. I've noticed when I'm working on my mature clients that almost all of them wear mascara on their lower lash line. I feel like most of my friends don't really wear mascara on the lower lash line, so I don't know, I think this might be generational, but I will pop a little mascara on the lower lashes. I'll just focus the color on the outer corners. If you find that you're getting some clumps there, you can always take a brush and sweep over that. What do we think? I feel like this is slightly more elevated than an everyday eyeshadow look, but this is certainly something you could do every day. Here's a closer look. I've been doing kind of a strong brow lately, so I feel like I had to amp it up with the eyes. I think this look is elevated and hopefully super attainable for you at home. I'll link everything I used in the video down below. It is a link called Shop My. Shop My is a platform that a lot of creators use. It's super helpful to me as a small creator. If you purchase anything through those links, I'll get a small commission from it. I'm not sponsored by Jones Road, but I used to work there for 4 years and I'm super familiar with all of the products. I'm always happy to answer any questions you might have. Thanks so much for watching and I'll see you in my next video.